here in Austria to start the second half of the weekend. The lights are out and away we go here in Austria. Tim, good start. Looks like the McLaren behind him got a good start as well. They're going to go towards turn one. Quite a tight corner. Who's latest on the brakes? And Tim holds on to the lead. A little bit off track there by Bloop. I think Dan got a good exit out of turn one. Can he potentially charge for pistol going up the hill? And I think he will get beside. Dan's looking for an early position. He's absolutely made it. Up to P4 for the Mercedes. Ferrari's going wheel to wheel. I think that is Dutch Booster. There's a Red Bull off track there as well going towards turn three. A little bit of contact there between the Ferrari and the Alpine. That's pushed them back a little while. He's going to check up with them. It looks like Brewdog right on the tail as well. I think Alamat is trying to look for a move down the inside of turn four. Let's have a look. Will he dive two cars? I think the Aston Martin's going to dive one of the Ferraris, pushing him all the way wide, nearly off the track at turn four, and Brewdog gets through it. That's Walker who's been down a position. That's Dutch Booster getting his way past Brewdog there. And I think Walker's got through as well with the DRS. Could Walker look for an extra position? Trying to get around the outside of Dutch Booster on the inside, leaving enough room. Dutch Booster later on the brakes, and he's managed to outbrake the Ferrari. Nicely done there by the Alpine. No DRS for the Aston Martin, that's crucial. Could the McLaren look for a striking move around the outside of turn three? Who's going to be later on the brakes? It's going to be Bloop right around the outside of turn three. But who got the better exit? I think it might be Throne Globe. Question is who got DRS? Throne Globe got DRS. If both of them got DRS, and that's going to allow Bloop up to P2. What a move by the McLaren. Here comes Pistol Peter around the outside of Brown and Spuns again at turn three. Over the curb goes the Ferrari. A little bit squirrely on the exit there. The question is who's going to get DRS? The Ferrari did. Did the V-carb? No, he didn't. That's the boost to the car in red. Will he be able to get the speed going towards turn four? And he absolutely will. Pistol Peter trying to swing it around the outside of turn four still, though. How much room will he be left? Good racing room, but the Ferrari holds on. Nicely done by Brown and Sponge. Will he look for it now? Battery on for the Aston Martin. He's going to try and propel his car into the DRS range of Tim ahead. Pulls to the outside of turn four. And I think Bloop's going to fight this. Who's going to be later on the brakes? A little bit of contact there going towards turn four. And they're going to force each other all the way off track. Very, very close racing there. Throne Globe goes around the outside. Will Dan Tucker be able to go around the outside? Going towards turn six, and he absolutely will. And Bloop, who was running P2, has been pushed off the podium, but he switches back going through turn six. Good move by the McLaren. But his engineer's joined, but he hasn't. And there's Bloop into the wall! And Bloop's dropped it at turn one. And the McLaren, who was challenging for the victory, has dropped it on his own. An unforced error that's dropped it down to P9. And McLaren, head in hand, is there damage? There is damage on that McLaren. He's missing an end plate on the right there.
It's like that 1-2 is set on for now.
Brown is down the inside and takes the podium position from the V-carb. V-carb trying to hold it around the outside. Pistol Peter trying to go all the way around the long way of turn three. Who got the DRS? And I think it was the V-carb. No, neither of them. They actually went through the detections up point at the same time. And that's allowed the Ferraris to go through. Once again, Brown is Spuns and Pistol Peter scrapping on the exit of turn three there. Brown is on the inside. V-carb of Pistol Peter on the outside. Shuts the door in his face. Nice move there from Pistol Peter.
To me in his position.
And that was Brown is getting past Pistol Peter, and it is Walker getting past Alamata. That's double Ferrari. And V-carb are both slotted down a spot. And the scrap for P3 is going to turn into the scrap for P2. And these two were fighting for P5 a minute ago. And Throne Globe, big snap there on the exit of through turn five. And he loses two positions because of it. Here comes Walker down the inside of turn three on Alamata. But Alamata trying to fight it around the outside. He will. Trying to keep axle to axle. Very, very close racing between these two. Who's going to get the better exit speed? The question is who's going to get DRS? And I think it was the V-carb who takes that position. Here we go. Walker once again going towards turn three. Down the inside of Alamata. I think we're going to see the scrap continuing for a long while there. But a little bit too deep. Good switchback there by Alamata. Will he be able to conclude the move? And he absolutely will. That's a TikTok clip right there. And it's because Walker, very early call from Ferrari. And that's not for inches, is it? So he's gone for a second set of slicks. Is there rain coming? Or are they taking the risk?
That could be
mistake there from Pistol Peter. Going over the gravel at exit turn four. That was close. Caught the car nicely. And the question is, will Brown is pit now? And he will. Into the pits comes Brown as Buns. So Ferrari going very early. Will V-carb reply? They won't. So V-carb, who were fighting both Ferraris at the time, will not reply to Ferrari's decisions. Is he close enough? He's burning his battery. Will he be close enough to get Pistol Peter on the exit? It's going to be a race, and I think he will get him. Onto the pit exit goes Pistol Peter. I think he's held on. He hasn't got the momentum that Brown has. And Pistol Peter stays ahead. Good, nicely done there by V-carb. He's got one lap younger tyres, and it's kept him ahead. Where is Walker? And he will get past Alamata there. And by quite a margin as well, actually. So he's managed to treat the undercut quite nicely. Here comes Throne Globe. Battling through DRS. He's got the inside going towards turn three. How late are the brakes will they be? They've got a wall of Ferrari in front of them. But he's managed to make the move done as Pistol Peter backs out. Throne Globe back onto the podium positions. And I think he might be aiming for another position here. This medium's nice and toasty. And he is the quickest driver of these three. but he stays where he is for now. Here comes Throwing Globe down the inside of the Ferrari, backs out of it. Could that be construed as moving under braking? Was there room for Pistol Peter to go around the outside there? That would be a very V-carb report. DRS open on the Aston Martin. He goes down the inside of the Ferrari. Brown is still trying to hold on to it, but backs out there. And goes back up to P2 where he originally started. Like, if it's only 5 minutes, then we might be looking at inters pretty soon. As down the inside goes Brownest. On the inside of turn 3.
They're still looking for a move on Brownest as well? No, not Brownest, sorry, Throwing Globe. No, he's too far back.
He's close enough now, quite. Got a good little scrap going on here. The thing is, it's important because whoever pits first for the wets, it's going to be, or the inters, it's going to be important. So when it starts raining, the order is going to be important. Okay, Brownest takes the outside of turn 6, holds on to P2. Oh, we look for Throwing Globe looking for P2 again, going towards turn 4. Pulls very, very abruptly to the inside. Down the inside of turn 4, going to force Brownest all the way wide. And will Pistol Peter be able to benefit off any of this? He's not quite close enough. And Brownest does back out.
The race goes from bad to worse.
Yeah. Parasol going over the grass. And he's looking for a dive down the inside. Very late move by Parasol. He looked brave. Is he going to be able to get Bob K on the exit? He absolutely is. What a move there by Parasol. That was one of the, like, I don't even think he knew he was planning to dive that. He just kind of went for it. And it just completely worked. Fair play.
Parasol and Bob K going side by side up into turn 3 here. Very good.
Parasol on the inside. DRS still enabled, so he's going for it while DRS is still there. He's offered himself a very tight corner. And that's
a Parasol spun.
Yeah, he went into that corner so tight. Dan's gone for inters very early. Incredible. He needs to take a risk. He may as well. So fair play to Mercedes. They may as well take the gamble. As Dan is just kind of in that fight. He gets to spectate a fantastic battle for P2 that we've been watching. He gets the stream live. He gets front row seats. That's what we're watching here. Throwing Globe! And I was on the inside turn 3. And that is a 3 second that's going to haunt him at the end of the race, because that is not good. There goes Throwing Globe. Throwing Globe's going to jump both of them. Look at that. So Throwing Globe up. I think he's going to get it, and he will, up to P2. So a slightly earlier stop, but it has worked out. Oh, and Pistol Peter's lagged through Brownest. So V-Carb has actually lagged through Brownest there. So he's been demoted from P2 to P4 in that train. We're going to watch the front, though. The man who's been dominant every single lap, and he's lengthened that gap at the front. Dan gets a 3 second. We'll catch up on that in a minute. But round the final corner goes Tim. It is win number 13 for Sauber. Tim wins the Austrian Grand Prix. What a win and what a result. What a bag of points for the team, scrapping their way in the midfield. It's going to be Throwing Globe, who fought his way back from maybe dropping into the midfield. It is a podium for the championship leader. And Pistol Peter, is he going to hold on to the podium on the exit of the final corner? It's going to be close. I think he got a better exit than Brownest. Brownest gets him. Only just, though. What was the gap between those two? 0.037 of a second. And Brownest steals the podium from the V-Carb.
Dan around the outside of Dutch Booster. He made it turn 3.
Oh, did he? I missed it. No.
He did, yeah.
Oh, Dan, who was cut through. So it's a 3-6 for Ferrari. It's a 4-5 for V-Carb. Brewdog takes home P7. It'll be an 8-9 for Red Bulls. Dan, after 15 disconnects, he's fought his way back in. And not only has he done that, he's fought his way back up to the top 10. He made a position on Dutch Booster right at the end there. Ignoring the penalties, he's the only man who's made an overtake in the wet conditions that we've watched. Oh, I missed it, but you watched it. Around the final corner comes Buildaholic, who takes a top 10 finish. Not too bad. Dutch Booster finishes 11th. Parasol will conclude his race in 12. And Joey scoring only points for McLaren.